For me personally, I don't play the new weapons at all, the AUG and the SSG. I haven't touched them at all. I just love the AK and the M4, so it makes it easy for me to stick to those guns.
Yeah, they are playing with those guns, but especially me, I do not, and like none of my teammates does it. I should give it a shot, I think.
Yeah, I'm a traditional guy. I stick to the M4 and the AK.
Nah, I'm never gonna buy them. I don't even know what my role is right now, really, but entry a lot. I've played with the AK and M4 for so long. I'm not changing. If the guns are still good, I'm not changing.
I'm kind of old schooler, so I would never switch to this SG or AUG.
I'm one of the guys that actually tried to practice SG AUG. It happened like 10 days ago.
I haven't put much time into playing with either the AUG or the SSD. I have actually just preferred to stay with the AK and the M4 because it's just a comfort zone for me. I know how they work.
So right now I'm trying to figure out what map should I play them on and what map should I not.
I still don't play the SSG and the AUG, but I think they're pretty powerful guns, and maybe I'll try it out this tournament. Let's see.
Well, Karrigan certainly did, and they get themselves to 3. All the rounds, all the maps to end our final game here in Chicago for day 1. I'm joined by Sponge and Lurpus to talk about it.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Valve. You can't force them to use the guns just because you made them cheaper.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Karrigan keeps lining up headshots and getting 3-man spray downs, I mean, maybe you should.
Funny they're not averse to that change. They're like, nah, I'm going to be a purist. But to the economy change, like, yeah, it's sick.
Yeah, I was going to say also, by the way, like, the feedback that we got from the players probably isn't what you want if you want them to stop. Because, like, oh, I'm not going to, I don't care if it's the best gun in the game. I'm not changing.
Don't tempt Valve.
It doesn't even fit my role, guys. This is not what I'm about.
Soon it'll come with perks. It'll be like Call of Duty. The helicopters will come flying.
It was when I heard Twist say, as long as the M4 and AK are still good, I was like, shh, careful,
no, don't give them ideas.
Don't say these things.
Don't give them ideas, Alex.
Yes, we are going to be breaking it down with these two lovely gentlemen, but first we do have an interview available. It's good to hear, fresh off of our second map, heading into the third. Let's hear what they said.
Yes, standing here with Yanko, they have survived there on Mirage. We're going to be going on to the next map of Train, but beforehand, we need to start to talk a little bit about what happened here.
Yeah, I think for Mirage, it's their strongest map, so we knew it's going to be a struggle, even if we had a feeling for how they like to play. CT side, after losing Pistol, the guys did a great job of coming back. We're fighting every round. I think they were, even in some rounds when it was a bit sloppy, what matters for us is we came out on top. And I knew that even if we win Pistol, like T-side is going to be hard. So every single one of those CT side rounds we won meant a lot in the end because it went to the wire. CT side for FaZe on Mirage is super, super good.
Right. I mean, of course, when the AUG comes out to play, when you got Karrigan bouncing around all over the map, definitely doesn't help anything. But flipping forward to Train, talk to me a little bit about what you're expecting here in this third map.
Yeah, I think for Train, I think they were kind of expecting us to pick it. That's why they didn't go for Overpass as a third map. I think they prepared for it to some extent. And for us, it's one of the maps where we're most comfortable at. Of course, we had that big loss to NIP at Blast, but even with that, I feel like it's a map where we have a lot of options that we can switch things around depending on the opponent. So I think we're going to be very well prepared. I think for this map that we're going to be the favorites, and if Olaf stops staring me down like this, I would say something even more aggressive, but I don't want to hurt his feelings.
Yes, and I don't think I want to be in a staring match with that gentleman either way. So I guess closing words here. Anything you want to say as you go on to play this match?
Yeah, I think I would like it to be a bit more one-sided for us because these overtimes and 16-14s, it gets pretty stressful. Yeah, but, if anyone at home is wondering why this man is going with this style with the mustache, it's because the guys are, again, doing a great campaign for Movember, helping with, raising awareness for mental health of men. So I think the link is bit.ly/Movember.
CS_Mo, I think.
Or something more complicated like that. In any case, check out his Twitter. You guys are going to see a lot of info. So if you can help in any way, even retweeting, doesn't have to be donating. I think it's for a great cause anyway. So appreciate that.
So back to you in the studio, Alex.
That's great. Yes, Yanko, reminding you to go ahead and check out that link. We're doing some ridiculous things in the aid of charity.
We have hit the first stretch goal. I think we already touched on that. We are now at 1,629. What an obscure number that is, pounds.
Wow, thanks. Yeah.
If we can hit £2,000 today, I'd be happy because that is the shock collar one, and I really want to press that button.
Shock collar trivia.
So
That
if
is
we can
just
get to that one, that'd be
it's
great.
a nasty combination of words. Shock collar trivia. Yes, but anyway, moving into the game we just witnessed, and of course, looking up, you can actually see the stretch goals here. This is fantastic. So what have we got? We got Jason wears a different wig each day of the event. That's a good one.
And that's the one we need to get to ASAP.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you know, we're just running out of days. We're running out of days.
Think
so
about the
come on,
meme
people.
potential. Think about all the pictures of Jason wearing ridiculous wigs. I'm sure there's a Trump wig out there we can get. That would be really fitting considering the midterms.
I also just think it's going to be a lot of fun seeing the poor soul who has to go wig shopping and is just looking around like, my boy. Anyway, let's break this one down a little bit, fellas, because another close game. And I mean, we had some silly and crazy rounds in there as well. First of all, that retake where Tarek had 7 HP. Imagine if they didn't win that. That's FaZe's game all over.
That actually probably wound up being the swing round in the end. That's what got mibr to 15, I think. That was the that was the second one. So without that, FaZe might have run away with it. By the way, one thing just to point out, that was basically like a mirror of the first map. Both teams won their CTs in their map 60, or the opposite team's map 10-5, and then just barely got over the finish line in the end of the second half.
That's true.
Tarek had no business winning that round, by the way, considering the amount of utility.
7 health.
There was so much utility as well in the back pocket of FaZe, and I think that's actually what slowed them down on the retake because they wanted to be very thorough and use it all. And then Tarek from that Tetris position, you see it time and time again. When you're given those duels, you're going to, it just kind of intensifies and you win that situation quite a lot of the time, surprisingly. But one of the themes from the T side of mibr was hitting that B bomb site and trying to abuse Carrigan. In the beginning, it didn't work. In the beginning, the org was lighting them
had
up.
a really good game.
Yeah, but then eventually, as it went later in the piece and they were able to put more pressure on mid and A, they were able to go back towards that B bomb site later and take advantage when they were a man down, when he didn't have the support necessary, or maybe when he wasn't expecting it, Alex.
Yeah, I wish we could have had time to talk about Train, but you can see the timer there, just 25 seconds on the clock. And we are going to be jumping into that third map. The map is Train, and then we're going to go ahead and leave you with the cold, I was going to say cold, actually, let me change it.
Warm.
The warm, strong, safe hands of Sadakist and Henry G.
Alex, if you could see me right now, I think cold was the right word.
Yes, indeed.
But we are ready. FaZe mibr on Train.
It is the final map of the evening. Whichever way you look at it, we'll have one team coming out on top, and we're not sure which way it's going to go. We've had 60 rounds of play so far. Could we go the full distance once again? Time will tell. It will be FaZe. They'll lose the knife, and we'll be starting on the T side here. mibr on the CT side, of course. We've got Fallen with the defuse kit. One smoke available for them. And same story pretty much for FaZe. They have a PD-50 for Nico and one smoke, which has already been deployed. That was in the back pocket of Guardian. He's got a flashbang to go with it. This will be an outside push with a lot of focus towards Ivy, and Tarek will open things up. Nice shot to take down Nico. Cold Zero looking to find multiple kills towards Ivy, but not actually getting anything done just yet. There's the first.
Not bad at all. Cold and Stewie with the openers for mibr. This is a map they've dominated on in the past. We talked about it. Astral is 22-0 now on Nuke, the longest running and one of the longest running ever map streaks on LAN. These guys had a 17-map run on Train. Different roster, but still notable. As Fallen shows us why. He'll take down Guardian. It's now 1-0 for mibr.
Good stuff there. Clean and precise from mibr. Struggled in the pistol so much so far in this series, but that's a big one to pick up, of course, in the third and final map. No bomb planted, and FaZe have been forced by in these second rounds pretty much most of the time. We'll see if they continue that trend. 2 MP9s purchased for mibr. Fallen, this is what I want to see. The AWPers taking a risk and just taking the PD-50 is a perfect call as well, considering it is full eco from FaZe. So he'll get the AWP in the next round up against the AKs and bare bones utility of the international squad of FaZe. So just Glocks here. Most teams will go towards inside, as FaZe are doing right now, just to have the potential of trading out, maybe one kill, getting the bomb down. But you can see there are actually 2 players for mibr inside. That's going to be Fur and Stewie. Fur's playing incredibly close range to the MP9. Really nice setup. I don't think there's a chance of this bomb going down.
We'll see how it transpires. There's no utility. There's no flashes, so it should just be a hot knife through butter. And it is so far for Fur. He's got 2. Stewie's got 3. You nailed it, Henry. You're so good at that.
Yeah, man. Can work it all out.
Yeah, man.
Always.
I know.
Carrigan punches the orc. Quite nice to hear him in that video, actually, in the interim, saying that he's been practicing the last 10 days with just the orc and Krieg. That's the only weapons he's buying. Yeah, that's it. So fair enough. He's committing. And he's actually lighting up the scoreboard left, right, and center. So it's working.
Yep. he might be the beginning of the change.
Well, you have to remember, his future in the team has definitely got a massive question mark around it, and he's trying to redefine himself, and this could be the way to do it.
Nade to Nico. Nico doesn't care, I was going to say, but Fallen's up has other ideas, so this is a good start to the first gun round for mibr, considering it's a trade. You would say typically that favors the offense, but it was an immediate trade, and that had to happen considering the circumstances of how aggressively they were pushing. Tarek's going to continue to do so. They still can't rest on their laurels. So Molotov goes out toward Poppy Dog. Poppity Doggy. Can we just call it Jaden?
We can. Sure.
I feel like I've tried that before. Stewie, meanwhile, on the oil tanker at B. Fallen, he'll jump down and get a shot on Kerrigan. Lovely stuff. But he goes to 8 HP. Doesn't even matter. He has Guardian in his sights as well. It's all into Olaf. 1 versus 4. 3-0. Looking very, very likely. And this is series that FaZe. It's dead even in terms of round distribution, by the way. 30-30 at 16-14, 14-16. But FaZe will certainly be lamenting the loss of as Fallen closes out the third round. Getting a bit ahead of ourselves, but certainly if it continues with this trend or if it goes that way, they won't be too happy with the way things played out.
3-0, no bomb.
LDLC or Renegades, by the way, would play.
Go ahead.
The loser of this, depending on. So it's 6-6 map 2. It's 1 map up for Renegades, but the point is that's the other side of this equation.
They still have another map to go potentially.
Oh yeah.
And we're just getting to 10 o'clock. They're in for the Burn the Midnight Oil here.
Oh, and they're in Cologne casting that as well.
That's true. It's like 3 in the morning there as well.
They're on the grind.
Yeah.
Shout out to those guys. Give them some
Yeah,
credit. That
absolutely.
takes a lot. We've done a lot of those nights, and they're fun, but they're not at the same time.
Exactly. Here we go then. Deagles. No armor. A couple of flashes. mibr. Great position for a 4-0 here in the third and final map. That's what you want. There was an interesting stat that came up saying since Yanko's joined, they've won about, I think it was 51% of their maps, and in their last LAN, didn't win a single one. That was Blast. Bit of a weird format there. It's difficult to really take that with much more than a pinch of salt because they didn't play any best of threes, but still significant. As we'll see coldzera open up the first kill. It's going to be Rain going down, of course, and at this point, I don't see them getting close to the site. Might be a kill here, but coldzera spinning around like a turret. Oh my god, a brutal finish to the round as he pulls out the USP, picks up a deagle, and we'll take his total to 6-1. Lovely stuff. Orbs out though. First full gun round to come through.
I do like that Yanko is still supportive of Movember. It was in all the videos him that was basically punching Jason in the face, disguising it as a pieing. He smoked him when we were in Brazil. It's good to hear him say in the interview that gets involved in that charitable endeavor. We're certainly happy to support a great cause, and cause and effect. It's going to be a push toward Ivy with an op that's waiting, but they're getting closer to Cold. He's not going to get flashed in on this, I don't think. He could. It's certainly by design. He absolutely could. But it means the timing's going to have to be perfect, and they're not. Leg shots and closed out. The Krieg getting the kill, Guardian doing the bulk of the damage.
Well, pretty much the first advantage FaZe have had on this map so far. Comes in round number 5. Need to start posting round to this point, and Tarek is looking to answer back quickly. Flashed in by his teammates towards Pop Dog, and Nico investigating that position, throws a deep Molotov to push anyone back underneath. And you can see they're trying to pick up some positional control here. Nothing working out for them so far. It was the push towards Ivy that let them down at the start of the round. That's coldzera going down. Fallen does respond though. Olaf gets dropped, and towards inside they go. Usually Stewie that's anchoring this bomb site, and this round will be no different. He's got the M4 this time, and he makes his way closer towards the bomb site.
So frickin' lootly. Stewie wants to work up and push shots. They know he's there trying to find that headshot angle over the edge of the trade. He might, but he won't. So close, yet so far. Rain, Guardian with the kills. Fallen, he's got Guardian back. That's going to allow the bomb plant. Fallen swaps the up for an AK. Watch the flank. They're staying inside of the site. That's fair. Okay, they get Fallen. First, not quite close enough. If he was already at the entrance point upper, they might have been able to do something with it, but they've not checked it yet. They're watching the lower ramp. They don't think he's going to be this far in. He could still do this. Sees one, takes the shot immediately, but as he missed the opportunity as the low HP gets back. You're right. Oh, he caught him, but Rain hits the shot instead, and FaZe are on the board.
1! He hit the bullet.
And Stewie's just asked HP. They're going to be annoyed when they find out what it was.
1. Damn. Yeah, because Stewie knew he tagged him up. He called his low. And he hit a bullet too. That's so unfortunate. Wow. Okay then, well, FaZe get there first, but still, there's so much reset potential here. That one round they get might be insignificant, we'll see. AWP for Fallen, definitely not the story for FaZe. They come into this under-equipped. Most significant talking point is the Krieg of Carrigan. All offer barely any utility. Inside they all go. One player towards Ivy. That's Olaf trying to suggest there's presence to that side of the map, which there is, but just one player. Are they just walking inside? Oh my goodness, first spots the footsteps of one. Doesn't throw the grenade, but this looks like a full commitment here, Matt.
Nice shot from Fur, cuts out Rain. The second he dropped into vision from the ramp, it's going to be Stewie that slides up to find Kerrigan as well. Smokes off the entrance point. That's going to make it a little bit awkward to run through that if they want to try and plant the bomb. So this will be a reset of 4 rounds going against FaZe. Should they not convert this round, then seemingly it's going against them because it's 2 players left alive with a combined 76 HP and 5 that are full, and one of them that's behind. Stewie, not too shabby.
Clean sweep as well, no damage done. Okay then, Stu. That is the reset. They might as well buy into this. They could take a tactical timeout, discuss their options, and there it is. It does get called. Nico really not enjoying himself here. This is now the most difficult part of being an in-game lead-up. You're in a horrible position. Your teammates are relying on you to pull something out the bag here.
What a turn of events for mibr as well, going 0-5 at Blast, and they find themselves in a position where they could potentially advance first in this group.
That's a good point.
It's a special day for them in some ways when you think of that. They did not seem pleased when they left Copenhagen.
Rightly so.
And we talked about it as well because that roster going 0-5, if they do that again here, I think changes are on the horizon. But now you've got the boot on the other foot. Kerrigan comes back under the knife.
They do fall by into this round, I should note. We did mention that was a likely outcome for it. It's called Zera. It's difficult to really dissect that ADR so early on, but it's 122 right now. PD50s, CZs, Tech 9s, fully invested. And maybe out of luck here because it's not the most exciting buy, and then it's going to run through smoke, but Cold Zera actually fluffs his lines a little bit there. And he'll be going down first. The CZ's doing damage, and it's looking very uncomfortable as FaZe come to life in round number 7. It's a 4-on-2, but still a lot of work to do here, considering it's Stewie and Fallen that are still fully equipped. Bomb going down and not denied.
Not denied at all. Bomb planted, you're right. AWP couldn't collect, but Stewie will get aggressive and spot Olaf. They were not prepared for him to be so far inside of the site. Kerrigan finds Stewie. It's Fallen to have to back away. So, another round for FaZe, responding with an eco as well. Bought what they could. So force buy, but pistols nonetheless, and it's now going to be 5-2 as Fallen wants to hold on to the AWP. Money enough for Cold to be able to be distributing weapons, so too with Tarek. But another round like that, and we've got a game.
I'm glad we do. We want to finish this late evening affair with an epic matchup, and do you not want to see those one-sided games, especially after seeing 60 rounds in the first 2 maps? We're here now. Might as well get our money's worth. Round 8, and mibr give up the previous, but they still have enough to buy here. All of a sudden, this looks a lot more interesting. No op still for Guardian, but that's not a huge deal. I think he's underrated with his rifles as well. I said that about his pistols earlier. Great all-rounder, to be honest. Fantastic CS player. I've been playing at a top level for over 10 years now. See if Nico's challenger of Tarek beneath him will be pushed back by the utility, or will they just go for the straight-up duel here? Flashbang. And Incendiary deployed, and Tarek decides to fall back. It's probably the right call. Grey screen and fire. Nico takes a tick of damage there, but not a huge deal, I guess.
Interesting little smoke. I tried to smoke him in, he tried to smoke himself out. There's still one at A main in the meantime, but we now find ourselves looking at A different approach over toward B. Stewie's the only one there, and very, very passively positioned as well. So they'll need a rotation should this head this direction. That goes without saying. They're going to get a bomb plant if they really want to get inside of this site. That foregone conclusion. Smokes go right and left. Stewie now blocked off. They can go for the fast drop on the bomb. Smoke's not bloomed yet. If he times this, oh my, oh why? Why not? That's why, because he's got vision back by jumping up. He'll take Nico. Confirms the kill rather than gambles on it, but watch out because Stewie is still fighting forward with this AWP. They've got problems. Rain's gotten behind. He now holds off anyone working back in from Z-Connector and Stewie. It's not really the way to do it, as Guardian will find him. Couldn't quite hit the close quick scope. Cold, being cheeky. Put Rain down to 21 HP.
Olaf Meister's got company at the Brown Halls here. I think this is looking very successful for FaZe. I have to be honest, but that's a great shot. Time ticking away, though. Might even be worth going for this at this stage. This kill might decide it. All of a sudden, a couple of kills. It's Carrigan in a 3 versus 1 with a bomb as his ally, as he might have confirmed things there and there. It's coldzera going for the defuse. I'm not sure it's going to be there in time.
Oh my.
He's got it!
Oh
my goodness! That's huge. You can see what it means to them as well. It's such a massive round to answer back with. 6-2 in favor of mibr. The masters of the retake. They always seem to time it to perfection. Just when you think there's no time left, possibly for a retake, they make it work. And now they're fired up. There is a buy there for FaZe. You can see Yanko really rallying the troops at this point.
Yep.
They'll take a timeout, FaZe, and work out what they can do with this. As you can see, there is a buy. 2 players would be pretty much fully equipped. The others, though, would be either Galils or SMGs. You need to work out if this is worth it. coldzera, what is that transfer? That's when I thought there was no chance, but I guess I forgot who I was dealing with. coldzera, you can never sleep on this guy. Too strong, too fast, too powerful. Gets that defuse. And here comes round number 9. Like I said, a mixture of Galils, UMPs, a couple of AKs there. Lose this round, though. Same scenario we've had in a couple of these maps. Give this one up. This could be opening the door for a massive landslide victory.
Yep.
In the first half.
Yes, we responded if we move forward to the second. Olaf's going to join his teammates over towards Stewie. Stewie. On B, Rain's going to go back. Molotov getting ready to be deployed down toward Pop Dog. They want to clear. This is the bounce Molotov. They want to clear Tarek's position. They'll smoke that off and hold station. Does not want to have to be vacated, and good hold because Rain gets found. Smoke dropped down as well. Tarek could easily pick that up should the opportunity arise, but can't go for it now, obviously. That's what Olaf would love for him to do as he sits and waits with the angle covered off. Back toward the site, Smoke's landing the wall at that at the front side of the site for Nico to try and use to his advantage.
Here we go then. Grouping up, trying to get that bomb planted. They're actually doing a great job in that respect, but Fallen so close to denying the plant. That could have been the round in itself, but Nico takes matters into his own hands. Needs to try and get that AK out, but still on the UMP, using speed in his favor. Back and forth we go. It's a 3 versus 3 now. Lots of damage being dealt out on both sides, but once again, it's mibr with the advantage. Guardian's position compromised as Stewie flushes him out with the incendiary. Once again, a tight defuse coming in, but now they know Nico's there, they can pretty much just full defuse it and try and protect each other here. And Stewie does a great job of that. You can hear the screams coming through. Stewie with 3, and they know that's a huge round to win. They'll maybe get us some breathing room here, Matt, just to balance the money out, get everyone back in the game, calm down a little bit, up against what should be an eco. Very tense round.
Absolutely it is. Shout out to our 45,715 viewers, the most important of which is for Flair, and I see you, bro.
Excuse me?
I see him.
What do you mean?
He's in chat.
Is he?
Yeah, he's there. He thought you'd get away with it. I see you.
All right, everyone spam Fifi in chat. Let's get him trending, if that's a thing. But either way, it will be the tactical timeout and a partial investment from what I can see right now for FaZe. Great retake. Stewie protecting the diffuser there.
As he should do, 7-2. And an AWP in the hands of Fallen. Not really anything in the hands of FaZe, so they'll run the P250 and see if they can even get toward the B site maybe, get a bomb plant down. Not a lot of Ivy play so far in this game, just one round, that's it.
That's true. And another eco, no armor. So that tactical timeout didn't really bring a whole lot to the table. Maybe just a discussion how they can plant in terms of loss bonus. They'll only be at the second stage right now. They're going to get $2,400 per player next round. So there is a buy there. That's why they have to take the pretty much full eco here. Getting the bomb down would be ideal. Here we go then. Fallen. AWP for him. Stewie patrols inside. He's going to have first contact here. There's already one kill picked up outside. But Fallen reads it well. Oh my goodness, the timing's not ideal, but still gets the frag. Bomb down. No chance of a plant. One kill for Carrigan, but that's about all they get. It will be mibr picking up the half victory at this point. 8-2. They are certainly the favourites with this scoreline to take the third map. It's been a laboured affair.
Absolutely it has. What a slugfest.
Yeah.
Both teams with comebacks as well. They came up shy.
Yep.
That's hard on the mentality, the old noggin.
Yeah, mentally draining. Stewie 2K, 142 ADR. This stage of the game, round number 11, you can actually start to say that's significant. But Guardian on the AWP with no armor. Doesn't get any easier. Not a huge deal on a map like Train, but you wouldn't want to be in that spot. Stewie will spot the trajectory of that Molotov and position himself accordingly. Trying to take advantage of the first kill here. Flashbang comes through. Will he get away though? That's the key question. Looks like he's made it. And another advantage, courtesy of Stewie 2K. That brings his grand total up to 14 kills and 4 deaths.
Apparently 100, and you just said 142 ADR. That's ridiculous.
Yes.
That's, wow. That means a lot of his kills, well, doesn't necessarily, but presumably a lot of his kills coming without assists as well. Because 142 at 14,
indeed.
if you divide by 10. Now that's not guaranteed. Some of them could have been picked up and he assisted others, but he only has 1 assist, so that tells me he's doing a lot of work strictly on his own. Which is true, because he's been over on the B side a number of times when they've been trying to enter against him, keep in mind.
And retaking the outside bomb site efficiently. An advantage, and oh my goodness. Cold Zero with a nice little flashy trick. Didn't work out for him though, but Tarek trying to hold on towards outside. It's actually advantage phase now. Fallen actually thought that was a smoke going down, I think, and turns away from it. And at this point, it's going to be round in favor of FaZe. Nice individual plays coming through, and will be Olof finding one frag, Carrigan with the other. And now Far and Stewie will have to hold up with their AK and M4 combo. They've got Incendiary and a smoke as well. A lot of kit to save into the next round. Their money's okay. Certainly not out of control, but it'll be a nice healthy buy for the next round if they can save both of these weapons, especially with the aforementioned utility available to them. So just looking for any sort of exit frags here. Not going to be committing to the round. Stewie just edging up the season steps here. Spots one, but gets more than he bargained for. Olof will pick him out. And it's just Fer going to be saving the weapon now. So still holding on for dear life. FaZe getting it done in round number 11 there. 4 of them will survive.
Absolutely. That's a benefit to FaZe, but an 8th for mibr already achieved previously means there's still money carried over. Fallen notably, I should say, not namely, but notably at 59.50, so ops could certainly be brought out. There is going to be one for Guardian yet again. Yanko's going to get his voice heard at this moment. It's a pretty substantial moment and a half, to be fair, because if this could break them, and then, okay, sure, you've already quote-unquote won the half, whatever that means. They can still bring this back to a very close scoreline. FaZe are no slouches on Train either, by the way. You know what's weird, though? It all blurs together in a timeline. I'm about to reference like the tiebreaker system at like 2016 Katowice. Maybe that was 2017.
When they had to play Train like 3 times.
3 times. But that's so long ago, isn't it? Like,
very long time ago.
That too pre-Deagle, by the way. The one where he has just the Deagle and the B side of Overpass. That was Katowice 2017.
Yeah.
That was over a year and a half ago now. Like, wow. I thought that was this year.
Yeah, the timeline in CS is a weird one. 1 month in Counter-Strike is like a year in real life. It's so weird how much goes by. Anyway, we'll see Another gun round come through. Remember, MIB after giving that one up, they had one player survive. That was Fur. He dropped an M4. They still have enough to buy the AWP, but if they lose this round, it's breaking point. They're not going to do that, but it looks things though. Oh my God! Tarek, this is wonderful! As he keeps continuing to apply their pressure towards A main, he'll get 2 frags, make it 3, and Rain will be left in a 5-on-1. Well, Rain will take down Stewie. Doesn't have the bomb. And at this point, it's just picking up the pieces and seeing, can anything be done here? I would say absolutely not. They know where he is now. They have the bomb. And that's Tarek and Fur really pushing the envelope towards the main entrance there. I didn't think they'd get clean kills like that. Looked like it'd be a back and forth at least.
So Rain with nothing to do at this point.
Well, you can see the money's so low for MIBR.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Economic. Listen to these guys.
Yeah, this is a good game.
Oh, you know what, though? I think that's LDLC yelling.
Probably.
Because they are very, very vocal. They're like old school vocal. Like, it's 12-10 as well in their game, trying to keep themselves alive against Renegades.
The likes of Amanek and David Duvek in their lineup. Yep. Now, they're actually a decent little team. I think people are sleeping on them.
Alex, Twanu, David Duvek, Amanek, and Logan.
It's actually a decent little team.
I don't really know as much about. Yeah, that's not bad. That's an upset team for sure.
They could cause some damage here. I think they lost 16-14 to FaZe in the opening game.
Yeah, that sounds right.
They are actually. I've cast a lot of them online recently. That they're actually quite powerful at times. Final tactical timeout for FaZe here, and this is the first half. 31 ADR for Rain. Leaves him at 4-10. Same story for Nico. Late in the day now, players done the drop off. No one breaking double digits yet in round number 13 on the FaZe side of things. The highest fragger is Carrigan with 6. That does not bode well. That is not the stats you want to be hearing for a team like FaZe. MIBR, they'll be loving him.
Oh, absolutely. Don't relent, boys. Pedal to the metal.
Get it done.
Give her the jandle.
I've none of that one.
I heard Scotty McLaughlin say it once when he when Jamie Wincup missed he missed his shift, or I think he went wide, and he got back to second place. And that's what he said in the interview. I don't even know what it means. Tarek, Fur, not bad. Good collection. They're up against Pistols, so really not much to report. Cold's going to close out the round 10-3, though. That's double digits already. Hanker.
All of my stuff with Handkerchief. That's good. With 7K, so drop the Orpha Guardian.
Scotty McLaughlin's New Zealand, and someone says in chat it's New Zealand, so that makes perfect sense.
Ah, well, there you go. So remember, FaZe do not have any more tactical timeouts. They're 10-3 down. That might not sound like a big deal, but it gives you pause for thought. You can actually calm down, get your coach involved. Calm your in-game leader down. Can be blinking, you miss it sometimes. You just realize that's a whole half gone. We've got 3 rounds. Sometimes these tactical timeouts are required just to get everyone's head back in the game. Stop the bickering. Zera pushed off with the Molotov, pretty standard one. Means he can't hold inside by himself at that position and allow Stewie to rotate towards outside. But you got to do more than that to push that guy player like Cold Zera. Smarly drops the incendiary to allow his retreat to be successful. 5-on-4 again. MIBR with the Masters of Train originally. Looking to bring that moniker back in their wheelhouse.
Guardian just hanging it out. Driving down the street. It's the same old thing that they did last week. Do you remember that show, Henry? It's where Mila Kunis first became famous.
I don't.
With Ashton Kutcher. That 70s show. Red kind of reminds me of you grump. Olaf, too. That's not bad. Fallen and Tarek. That's exactly what they need on the FaZe side. It's going to give them the advantage with 30 seconds, mind you. They've got to quickly to get that bomb into the site, and that's in the hands of Nico, and he's certainly given himself a route to take down Fur. He can get there quickly. They have to worry about Cold, who catches them in transition, though, and still this is not done. Stewie waiting for it. He wants to fire under, doesn't he? He thinks he's got the lineup. He's pretty clever, that young Stu. Swings out though. Olaf is going to take him down. That pretty much secures the round. With Cold on an AWP, not much he's going to be able to say.
The reason that's so smart from Stu as well, because there's like 8 seconds there. When he hears a plant coming, he knows he can't fake that plant anymore. So that's one player removed from the equation. He then has a chance to win a 1 versus 1, but obviously didn't land the shot needed, and it falls apart. So mibr will give this one up. Cold Zera saves the AWP. They actually do need to save it as well. The money's not as powerful as you think. It will be going to round number 15 here. And Cold Zera has got onto the AWP. He gets 2 kills to his name. He actually opened things up in a dramatic fashion towards that upper ramp, but wasn't quite enough, I'm afraid. And 3 survive for FaZe. We go into the final round. They're going to need this last round. 11-4 is not that detrimental. It's not the worst. But in this particular match, and the way they've dropped off in terms of the individual level, I would say that could be a real problem for them. It's actually mibr that have maintained this level of greatness so far. Groovy on to Train. Olaf might have threw his smoke to find the first. That was Fallen. Swings round 90 degrees to get Tarek as well. There's Olaf protecting. Oh, he's looking sharp. That's not bad.
What a babysitter. Give him a tip. Fur gets up toward the pop dog position. Flames at the feet of A main. No one's going to be running into those as of yet. No need to. Back toward Ivy. We said it. We haven't seen a lot of attention at Ivy so far in this half, and we're on the last round of it now, but we will see a little bit. Just a wee bit. So Rain looking around again with the Molotov to the corner. Nico still trying to see if they're going to push up 2 at Pop Dog this time, so slightly different setup. They could be more aggressive. Molotov kind of changes that a bit, though. A lot of room for both of them in there. Let's go through. Cold still ready. Flash back out. Kerrigan. Let's make that Galil shine. Make it sing. He doesn't have a cool skin for the Galil, excuse me, the Galil, for the Krieg. Much like he does. Actually, I mean someone else bought it for him. What am I saying? He has the Martini livery. The cool Porsche one. So, there you go. Distributing wealth. As Tarek. Just going to wait and see if anyone's going to walk in toward that smoke, playing very, very open, but seen by Rain. And FaZe looking to find a 5th round, have just 3 targets left to find. One of them's Cold, and Cold standing on top of the bomb. Train, though, is going to make short work of both Kerrigan and Olaf. This comes back. Stewie is suddenly the only one left alive for mibr, but look at the time, 17 seconds.
Oh, yes. Oh, he's got him. He's got him. He didn't go for the insta-punish. He assumed Rain would get off the bomb there. Stewie might have given himself up. He actually hits the shot. He might not know it, though. The pistol would be enough at this point. Still going for the quick scopes. Stewie can't close it out just yet. It will be Rain coming out on top. What an exciting finish as FaZe find their 5th. A desperate half for them in general. Barely anyone breaking double digits. I'm not sure anyone did.
You're absolutely right. He could have easily punished, and they didn't. They did not look at double digits. He chooses not to. He stays on the AWP. We stay at 10-5. mibr will take a break. See you in a minute. Get ready, the producer said in my ear as we sat stationary in the basement of the Fairmont Hotel in Chicago for IEM. It was late. It was almost midnight, an hour ago. And mibr were in the server against FaZe Clan. It was 10-5 in map number 3, and this decides who wins the group. I'm joined with Henry G.
They certainly are. You find us at the witching hour of Counter-Strike. We'll see who comes out on top. The final map of the evening. The second half begins 10-5 in favor of mibr. That's actually quite significant, though. FaZe managed to scrap together a couple of rounds right at the end. You see the odds there on screen provided to you by Betway. Almost split right down the middle, favoring towards mibr, but now FaZe on the CT side. It's looking like an inside play, and Nico can't find anything but a bullet to the face. Olof will back him up, though, and bring them an advantage, but that won't last long. Look at the Molotov. That's just stifling, isn't it? The bomb's going to be planted. No problem whatsoever as Tarek waits for his chance to push this smoke.
Tarek will do exactly that. Elevates himself rather than go straight through it. That gives him a bit of a chance to actually fire towards the connector as well, but unfortunately for him, Kerrigan has made his presence felt from CT, backside of it, and we'll get the kill. So it leaves us with FaZe 1 man up, bomb halfway through its duration. You could say it's at half-life, but only for the first time, and certainly not for the third. As Fallen sees them go by brilliantly, but looks away. Didn't know Olaf to be following instead, in tow, in wake, and now, do they have it with a kit? You think he does? He certainly does. It's going to be 10-6 as FaZe get the pistol.
Yes, they do. It was the inside plant. It works out in that respect, but they couldn't hold on. Kerrigan with a sneaky little play here. Nice, precise headshot towards Tarek. Even better as he finished off the kill as well on Fur. Stewie left in a pretty problematic situation with the 2 versus 1. Had no time to react to the call. And they could buy in the second round, but it's more likely they bring the AKs out in the third. And maybe even the AWP. We'll see. As we get into the next one, 10-6. I'm surprised. Actually, there are 3 rivals there. I was a bit mistaken about the AUG. Not used to seeing it. The muscle memory in my brain is still reacting to that weapon.
That's muscle memory. I think that's just straight memory.
You know what I mean, though.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Just like the natural
I get you.
instinct of the brain.
Guardian. Around the corner, tagged up, chased down, cold. Running, but running somewhere. Olaf. They do converge, they do find Guardian, but Olaf does eventually, collect. That's a good shot from that range, I have to say. Bomb plant as a result of it. Down a man, no, what? They take that back. It's 3 still up. Cold's alive with 5. Live at 5 with Steve Murphy on ATV. As Kerrigan gets Stewie down, this starts the retake. The pistols can't really do much to hold this off, more so when Nico already flushes out the hallway. Fallen's trying to be clever, but this is a long way to go away from the bomb as well. Just wants guns at this point. They'll spot him, and he's not going to get one, so really just being a menace and punished for it.
Taken down, but they can get the AWPs out here. Technical pause for Nico called. Olaf has crashed on TeamSpeak. That's all the issue is, so good old TeamSpeak. I thought we had a whole day of our TeamSpeak issues, but not quite.
Why? Why would you?
Almost got there.
Almost, but right at the end, you put a foot down, didn't you? Well, that's fine. We've got some time to chat about it, Hank. We now get into round numéro 3. Speaking of en français, LDLC currently at 15-14 against the Renegades. That would put that to a 3rd map.
Just coming up to 10:30, well, just gone 10:30 as well. So those guys are in for the long haul. That should be a hell of a game. Like I said, LDLC, they're a strong team. Renegades with a new squad as well. They're actually looking decent, so that could be a fantastic one to catch after this. If you're that way inclined, AWP and AKs, mibr, maybe 2-0 down, but they've got potentially the advantage here as we get into this one. Some of that game might be coming to an end. Next to us.
Let's not break the table there, boys. That'll be on your invoice. We'll deduct that from you. Damage deposit applies. Yeah, I would say LDLC just won that one.
Yeah, I can hear allez, which is normally what they say when they win rounds. So
allez, allez, allez.
Yep.
Damn, that TV just got wrecked, man. I just bought that.
Plasma screen.
OLED.
Oh, nice.
With the Chromecast.
Built in.
Built in.
Prototype.
Yeah. Is at the top of the ladder. He'll break out the window. Down below, there still is occupation of the ladder room. I'll hold it out for a minute because that's going nowhere. It is Rain that's in that position. Nico getting very aggressive. Toward help. Has to back away from it. Flashed off, goes towards Sandwich instead. Find from Nico to take out Stewie. Tarek gets Nico back in return. It's now just 4-on-4. Fallen waiting. The AWP.
Oh.
Fair play to Tarek.
Yeah, this is done by the looks of things. Olaf Meister, the last line of defense outside. He'll have to find multiple kills here. The one asset he does have is the time is ticking away. Doesn't deny the bomb, though. That was the moment. Didn't time it well enough. If he had it done, that would have made things extremely uncomfortable. But, oh, Rain, that's not looking great with the nade, but still only tickles him slightly. They still have somewhat of a chance here, but it's down to Fur to try and defend this bomb now. He'll be actively hunting for the CTs, getting closer and closer. Nice work from Rain. Great awareness there. 2-on-2 still heavily favors mibr. Thought that shot was going to connect. Not quite, but that one does. Oh, my God, they've actually done it.
That's unbelievable.
What a retake.
That's unreal. They get back in the site. 3 kills for Rain, and they're keeping this alive. You can hear them cheering in the distance. Backside of the room.
That shouldn't have been their round. That felt a little bit too easy. Not even the deny of the bomb as well, and they still get it. Pretty remarkable. This is the opening few kills from Tarek. He gets 3 in the round. And that's still not enough. Clean openings like this as well. You'd think that's an open shot case. His bomb site notoriously difficult to retake. But Olaf and Rain make it look easy. One more buy here for mibr with the bomb going down again. But FaZe closing the gap. They'll have this double orb set up, I should say. Nico and Guardian. Ooh. Did that come from outside?
That came from outside, yeah. That was not a teammate. That came through the wall. That came from the A site, I presume from Rain. Well, nonetheless, we go back toward the brown halls. They'll look toward B. Olaf still waiting on top of the gas tank. The wanker tanker. It's Guardian from back lines at Hitch. B Hitch will find a kill under Fur. That's on the crossover. Bomb's still going to be planted. It should be about now. I think they're just getting in position to do so. Molotov's not there. It's close, it's thereabout, but it's not on top of the position to be safely planted, so Stewie's going to work forward as they now find themselves a man down with a bomb planted, and Stewie behind enemy lines will take, oh my, almost 3. Nearly got the lineup. Guardian on 6. Rain stays on 73. That would have been the round in itself. Now they've got problems as things kick off, and they kick off in favor of FaZe, 10-9.
They're looking up and about. All of a sudden, they come to life here on Train. Remember, I don't think any of them broke double digits in the first half there. They got 5 rounds of the board, but it was a scrappy affair. But this is much better. They have given away nothing on the second half on the CT side. They're 4-0, but the bomb has been planted every single time. They're not clean rounds. They're uncomfortable. They're close, but they are winning them. You can see their money reflects that. 3 of them beneath $2,000, and they're 4-0 up. Another buy for mibr. There's not wanting to give in here. The plants are keeping them alive in this one. They do get still 4 AKs EWP. Tarek on the AWP with no helmets and no utility. He's got the best spawn. Looks towards the main entrance. Takes down Guardian. Lovely shot. Gets the angle just perfect. He gets shot in the process. I think that was actually a nade. That makes more sense. Taking down the 71. But still, great pick to find. Olaf Meister recovers the AWP. And we go into another advantage for mibr here. And they'll finish up towards inside. And that's the best place to go, considering Olaf's there alone with the AWP. One smoke down lower ramp, a few flashes. He's out of the picture.
Smoke ready to go for Fallen.
Great incendiary. Look at the rotation now. He actually bought some time for the CT to actually get in towards inside and join him.
Main finds Tarek. Smoke's still down. He's going to push up. Olaf's got Fur. Olaf's got Stewie. This round is going the way of FaZe. Flames down, nowhere to hide for Fallen. We've got a tie game with 5 rounds in a row for FaZe Clan.
A 5-4 converted to a 4-0. That's pretty wild, actually. And it comes down to that one incendiary. If that was not flown by Olaf, he would have been overwhelmed, caught out of position. He times it to perfection. Been playing Counter-Strike at the top level for a very long time. He throws that incendiary, allows Rain to rotate in, hits that shot as well to deny the cross. Just wasn't enough down. And okay, that shot, I would never use the term lucky at that point, but certainly fortunate he gets it through the smoke cleanly like that. But CZs now, mibr have lost their lead. It goes 10-10, 5-0. As Carrigan lines them up, he does lots of damage, gets a second kill from the grave. The best incendiary from Guardian, but it doesn't really matter too much. It was just designed to block them off from chasing him down. And they will not be pushing towards his position, but Olaf just looks impeccable in the second half so far. A foot out of line, and it's a 4-on-2. I don't think there's a chance of even the bomb going down here, but Fallen has picked up the Orc.
Fallen just waiting to see if they will push back in. Hog in hand. He's going to have to be fan-frickin-tastic with it. He won't be. Rain knows where he is. Steps out. FaZe have the lead 6 rounds in a row.
That's insane.
What is this?
Well, they'll be riding the coattails of lost bonus now when we are with the 2 rounds now about the plant. That's why they had to take the eco just then. The Orbs have fallen, currently on 14 kills. They've barely posted any kills in the second half. It's the CT side that's been so strong for either of these teams. T-Side not so much on Train. FaZe take the lead. I can't believe after what we saw in the first half. Certainly still all to play
deep
for.
run, so they won't actually run to drop and get the shot. That's pretty cool. Normally we see that run boost to get them past the slots.
Yes.
That drops him directly into the slot, and he fires it. Top cheese past Corey Crawford. That's the Chicago Blackhawks goalie. It was a reference. They fired the coach today.
You've told me 4 times now.
Just letting you know again.
It's good, man.
We're going to commentate hockey next year, man. I'm trying to get you ready.
Yeah, I won't be able to provide much analysis there.
You'll be fine.
Oh, they're passing it. That's not bad. Oh, it's in the goal hole.
Well, Fur. He's wanting to get back out from a main. Rain still waiting toward the bottom side of Pop Dog. He's got Kerrigan well back with that Krieg still to watch off A main. Wait, did you just say goal hole?
Yeah, as a joke.
Oh, that's kind of funny. I just didn't hear you.
Yeah, I've
not bad.
wondered why I didn't get any reception.
No, it's fine. I'm just a little slow. Stewie's already out past the smoke. Smoke's going to actually force Rain forward. Is stuck inside of Pop Dog. Good find from Fur. Guardian down. 2 to the opening, none to the response. Ooh, that's pretty good, Olaf. Underneath, and look what it opens up. Kerrigan comes around to the back of that, and then Olaf finds another. That's about as sick as it's going to get. Everything looked so simple and easy, and suddenly the round over. 7 seconds. That's so cool.
Unbelievable. It's the M4 spray that denies the plant, and it sets up that sequence of events? No way. Well, I did say just a few moments ago, Olaf hasn't put a foot out of line just yet, and he continues to look amazing on Train in the second half. Fallen, like he said, the nice little boost, get him in position for the first kill, gets it, nails the shot. This stole the show, I'm afraid. Olaf Meister, pitch perfect. Look at the awareness to be ready for that as well, the adjustment for the trade. Just brilliant. 12 to 10, and they continue their perfect run here on the CT side.
That's unreal. They should not have had that round.
Nope.
At least they shouldn't have had a denial of the plan. That should have been a retake. There's no saying how the retake could have gone. They were still in reasonable position. That's pretty sick. Nico takes down Bird. Couldn't quite find Fallen, but Rain will find Stewie. That's also toward the E-box in front of the site. Fallen's not giving up easily. And he's forced to by Rain, and then Olaf finds the lurking cold. It's now 13 for FaZe. This is 8 rounds in a row, and not a single T-sided round from MIBR.
And their eco as well. Or at least partial buy. They can't bring much more than Tech9's and CZ to the table. And what a bare table it is. Remember, it's FaZe that have run out of tactical timeouts. MIBR will have 2 left after this. Chance to recalibrate, discuss their options. There's not many here in round number 24, I'm afraid. As hope starts to diminish for MIBR, the 10-5 lead they had, now at 13-10 in favor of FaZe. Raban now out of his chair.
Yeah, he looks a little more chuffed about things now.
More up for it.
Yeah. Fur. He's quieted down quite considerably. He's at 75 in this round, and 11 kills. 17 is the highest. Was there 3 players with that? Cold, Tarek and Stewie? We'll find out. Tarek has 18, excuse me, so one above that.
The only player who didn't have armor receives all the nades. Goes down to 23 at the start.
Stewie back over toward the upper entrance to be. Fallen's joined for company at the Brown Halls. All the rounds, we've had 60 rounds prior to this map. We've now had 83.
Yeah, that's what we want. This game's been decent. They're looking for the plant again. Probably going to get it by the looks of things. Down it goes, so another buy available to them in the next round. They will not be winning this one, I'm afraid. But good effort. It's where a lot of teams will position themselves when they're trying to get a plant down. That's mission accomplished as far as they're concerned, but still a bitter pill to swallow. They didn't find a single kill. It goes 14-10, and the way things are going so far, that suggests this one will be tied up quite quickly. That is now 9 rounds in a row on the CT side for FaZe. 1 round away from finding series points and booking themselves a place in the playoffs. Nice work, Guardian. Olaf, he must be breaking 20 now. 23 and 15.
Yeah, he was 21 at the start of the last round. I think Prius is still our observer this evening, and I think he jumped over to that to showcase as he scrolled through the aforementioned players on the MIBR side with all the high kills. He's a very attentive young man, that Prius.
I think it's Efron, actually.
All right, so way to go, Efron. Keep it up, buddy. You're doing good. Is that Zach Efron?
Pretty much.
Nice. Prius almost let me observe a round earlier, and I was just going to start button mashing to see what Anderson and Jason would do. It was an eco round, to be fair.
Okay.
But it would have trolled them
whether
so
there was the time
hard.
to troll, maybe that's not it.
Yeah,
but fair
you
enough.
know, it could have been good. I would have taken no responsibility for it and thrown DJ under the
Exactly.
bus.
That's
So-
why for him to allow you to do that, probably not in his best interest. But remember, this is for match points, series points. As we'll see Tarek down to 1 HP. It's a 4-on-3. Fur bravely walks down the lower ramp. Oh my goodness. Lucky to be alive as Olaf spots him now. Not sure if Fur has realized the position's been compromised, but does throw a decent smoke down. Molotov towards Connector should buy him some time here. Guardian has to sink or swim. Decides to sit in the fire for a little bit there. And the timings will actually elude him somewhat. There's the kill though for Olaf. The bomb goes down, and Fur, that good work towards the Connector has yielded 1 frag here, but so much work has to be done to get them back in this round.
Guardian with the shots will bring it down to just Stewie remaining. And FaZe looking to find a 9th round in a row. This is not the way you want to style out of this upper bracket game. Winner of this straight through to the playoffs. Loser will play off against either LDLC or Renegades. That going to a 3rd map. Stewie gets the bomb, gets away, but only with 11 HP. So what good is that with 11 seconds left? Save the AK, I'm afraid. AWP, rather. That's what he has. And that's not going to happen.
Oh, he's not going to save it. No way.
Wow. He was indecisive as to where to go.
Well, I think he was done for us. Actually, probably better because he was going to get caught on the T-steps anyway, and he would have run out after the time. So that would have been a massive issue, but still, this is not ideal. That's 10 rounds in a row now in the second half. Olaf Meister, 25 frags. Guardian lighting them up with the AWP as well as he finds all the angles required. And now 5 in a row just to take us to overtime. We've seen 30 rounds on every map played so far. I don't think we're going to see that in the 3rd and final map here. MIBR have not posted a single round on their T side.
So here we go. AKs to try and keep them alive. As fate would have it, this will probably come back somehow because every time there's been a comeback, it's fallen shy. This time, is there going to be a momentum shift again? It's Stewie and Fur that find kills. That gives them the advantage. Nate as well to Zed Connector, but Guardian's already backed away, so it only scratches him. That's flirting with death. Pretty good from Olaf, actually, in that movement mechanic, because that's not easy to do. Just come down with enough quickness and then jump back up to avoid being shot. But bomb planted. This could be the one, Henry.
Well, too little too late if it is, I'm afraid. But still. Oh, no, Carrigan. He'll get the kill. Oh, my God, it almost fell apart there. There's still a chance. The incendiary goes towards main entrance. Will the defuse attempt be made? Guardian brings him 1 step closer, but it looks like this round will slip by the wayside. And we'll get ourselves the 1st round victory for MIBR. Cold Zero and Fallen to survive. It's a decent round, but going to need a lot more where that came from. 4 in a row required. Money actually pretty low from MIBR. That's loss bonus gone. Not a massive factor, the cash anymore. All that does matter is that FaZe have a full buy here. Guardian, AWP, 13 frags to his name. And it's another timeout. mibr, I think this is their final one. Yanko with a chance to step in and try and rally the troops. They're going to have to play a perfect game at this point. I don't think we've seen that so far from them on their T side.
Yeah, no, not at all. Finally, they get around, but at this point, it's battling for overtime. They don't have a ton to work with. They do have decent utility already purchased up. Tarek hasn't yet bought, but he will now. Has the helmet available to him, has a Molotov and a smoke. So execution potential certainly exists. Ops on the ground. AK as well. So they'll run a single op. That naturally will go to Fallen. As we observe him, that'll picked up on the way out of spawn. Doesn't want the bomb though, Henry. You can have that.
I don't have time for your C4. Well, round 27 coming in. mibr need 4 in a row just to keep themselves in the series. FaZe Clan still with another buy in the bag as well. So much work to be done here. Fallen has the AWP but no helmets. A distinct lack of utility for Stewie and Fur as well. They hit the 1 minute 40 mark. They have a Molotov between them. So really hamstrung as we get into this one already. They're going towards inside. This looks like an execution off the bat. They know usually Olaf will be there alone, but for now he's got Guardian there with him. They could always go towards outside. He don't have to commit towards inner, but it looks like it's just a bit of presence shown with the smokes deployed. And it will pull Guardian away, so that's been successful in that respect. They're going to find Olaf Meister here, but he gets the first kill. Surely not good for 2 here. Too much on his plate, and it will be an inside plant yielded here from the initial kill.
Guardian trying to swing back. That smoke down will mean that he has to go far left. They can certainly predict that and not peek him. Because why would you let the AWP find a kill? Stewie's pushed up. That gives Kerrigan a shot that gives him the advantage. Further damage onto Fur. He's going to roast alive to Guardian's Molotov. Brings us now to just Tarek. And look at his position trying to flank. He's removed from the bomb. They can get on this. They're going to go quickly. This should be it. As Tarek has no say, and it does see the first. Now they know where he is. Already defusing. There's no chance he gets there in time. And FaZe will go 16-11 and through to the playoffs.
What a series that was. We saw 30 rounds on the first, 30 rounds on the second, and it comes right down to the wire on the third. FaZe, they looked out of it in the first half, Matt. They looked flat. No one was fragging. They looked like they were out of their depth, and mibr continued their legacy of being the train masters. We get to the second half in the round, and the game just falls on its head. 10 rounds in a row for FaZe to get them on series points. Gentlemen, I guess it's over to you.
Unbelievable. 10 rounds. I think Henry's already summarized it perfectly, that was looking so good for mibr. We do have Sponge and Lurpus to understand where it all went wrong, or oh so right, depending on which way you look at it. There's one angle you'll be taking in particular, Tommy. What happened there for the Brazilian/North American combo?
FaZe just played fantastic from down 3-10 onwards. They won 12 rounds in a row.
12, yeah.
12 in a row. And that was also five after plans for mibr. In particular, there were 2 rounds. I think it was a 4-on-2 outside, where they just denied the plan at the end, and then a 5v3 where Olaf wound up spamming the planner through the bomb train and then killing Fur, who was peeking him. So
that whole sequence was like 5-6 seconds in the whole round.
Yeah, there were just a couple of really quick, fast turnarounds mid-round, and I mean, mibr really just couldn't get anything going on T side. Credit to FaZe, they just played fantastic ever since being down 3-10.
Just quickly, Tommy, are you more disappointed in Tesla or mibr in this series?
Well, there's nothing about Tesla in this series in particular, is there?
No, apart from FaZe being electric in that second half. There we go.
The market's closed a couple hours ago, right, guys? We're trying to focus on Counter-Strike.
We're off the... Okay.
Yeah,
but
come on now.
Yeah, no, I definitely think it's those post-plan situations, which are almost coin toss scenarios, right? And it's not in the sense of it's 50-50. It's the way that these kills unfolded. If one player from mibr was looking in a different direction, that could have completely stifled those retakes. And when you have those pivot rounds and you have so many of them, when you come out on top of almost all of them as FaZe, of course you're going to get the victory, right?
Right, I mean, I'm looking at it. You can see how many diffuses came in. It is really testament to how many retakes there were. I think I can count 6. That is absurd. Just you don't necessarily see that many diffuse kit icons in the recap. But with that said, FaZe now are into the semi-finals. Actually, that's a huge step in the right direction.
Yeah, so they will be playing off against Astralis, and then the winner of that game will be in the semis. The loser will be in the quarters directly, which they play on the Friday. So both those teams that we saw on the stream today have secured themselves a spot in the arena. They just need to work out who's going to have that higher seed and that berth straight to the Saturday as opposed to having to play on the Friday.
So Astralis could probably ruin that dream for them. That's going to be a game coming up, another best of 3 between those two. But we do have an interview standing by, so we can go ahead and check in to see how the winners are feeling after a long best of 3.
It's been a long best of 3 and a long day for some here. The FaZe clan do fall under that category, but of course, you guys started a little bit slow in the first map. Talk to me a little bit about where your head's at right now.
I have no idea where my head is. I'm super tired. It's jet lag, and we've been here for 11, 12 hours now, which I don't think really is acceptable to be playing. It's really hard to keep focused on like 3 really close maps, and yeah, it's hard.
Well, it's rough. I mean, you guys did pull it out there in the end. I mean, of course, the conditions that you're saying are, a little out of my control and whatnot. So I guess I have to ask you, now that you beat up on mibr, you found yourself in the playoffs. Where do you feel as the team is right now?
I feel we're good. I don't want to say we got surprised by LDLC, but they played better. They played really good, a way that we're not really used to. They went like 1-1-1 and faked everywhere at the same time. It was kind of a special way to play, but against mibr we played really good CD sides, little bit like struggled on T side. We had a lot of ideas, was maybe too many people talking at the same time. So, but I think we will take these days that we have and just to look at our games to see what we did wrong and good.
I think the last question I have for you is this. We talked a little bit earlier about the calling situation, the IGL situation over there. Is that kind of what you're referring to when you say too many people talking at one time?
No. It's more like everyone having ideas at the same time and want to do something. It's including me. So I think that we just need to talk about it together and see what we should do better.
Okay, well, we can all take some notes there. Everyone can take a few seconds to see what they can do better in their lives. But, of course, these next 3 seemingly have it figured out over at the analyst desk. Take us out of here, guys.
That is the plan. Thank you very much, Trace and Olof there. Everyone's talking from FaZe, and that's where some of that chaos comes in his mind. And actually, chaos continues. Gentlemen, as we try and... Wait, Chad, you're putting a face.
No.
You cool?
Yeah, I'm cool.
Okay, I didn't know if you had anything you want to say?
No, it's close. I thought to myself...
Out with it.
We don't need it.
We don't need it.
We don't need it. It's okay.
Let's round out the day on a positive
Yeah, let's
note.
do positive.
Let's go ahead and take a look at Group A's bracket. It was a long day. In fact, some still playing, as you saw, or rather, if you can see, if you head over to the B stream, we saw, because we were watching the B stream backstage as well. This is Group A as it wraps up for day 1 here at IEM Chicago. Astralis and FaZe Clan will be duking it out for a spot in the semis, but guaranteed trip to the arena, as you can see there on the top half. In the lower bracket, though, some unlikely candidates, the likes of mibr and North.
Yeah, having NRG versus mibr going down, that's going to be a big matchup, actually, considering, NRG having very positive signs. mibr, look, to be fair, that's a best of 3 that went all the way against a FaZe Clan, who we still consider a top 5 team in the world. So this is the thing. mibr are putting up good numbers. They're putting in decent results. It's just against really tough opponents, right?
Yeah, we lost MVP as well, worth noting, because NRG, they lost a map to them. They put up a real valiant fight, but that is the end of the road for the Koreans just yet. But some real positive signs of 1v5, all good.
Yeah, and right now, over on that B stream, you already talked about, we do have LDLC versus Renegades going down on the 3rd map of the series. They've swapped maps. LDLC lost their map pick of Overpass. Renegades lost theirs of Cache. And going into the 3rd and final decider, it's 4-1 up to LDLC on the T side of Mirage right now, Alex.
Whole lot of B takes from NRG on their T side of Cache. You're getting some examples of it right there, but that's good up to know that we are looking pretty damn intense, actually, for that Renegades match. I mean, I know Overpass got right down to the wire despite a heavy lead.
Same as Cache.
At one point from Renegades. Same as Cache.
16-12, 16-14 for the first 2 maps.
Damn, and that is, of course, just one group. We do have Group B going on as well. So much Counter-Strike here in Chicago. It was E-United who surprised us all right at the tippy top of the day, and that didn't continue too much because we'll be seeing it tomorrow. We get to see E-United Fnatic best of 3. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, biggest upset of the tournament right there, definitely so, and this gives the chance for Fnatic, which should be, look, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here, but an easy win to get them through to the arena, right? This is going to be them returning to another IEM stage. Just have to think about the IEM Katowice, so we'll actually won a bit of a different roster now.
In the other matchup there, you have Mousesports and Liquid. That's arguably the best matchup so far. Probably going to be the, save for Astralis FaZe, probably going to be the best matchup tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And let's not forget the lower brackets going down as well. Big Clan battling for survival, who have been struggling to find their identity after some great success on home soil not too long ago in Cologne. That is what happened today, but what I want to do now is tell you what's coming up tomorrow. We have your schedule for you, so you can see exactly what you have to look forward to and when. We'll be starting with that Na'Vi game up against Big. We talked about it, and you get to see it. Yeah, it's quite an action-packed day, actually. Following that with this underdog story of E-United versus Fnatic, and they continue to cause upsets after doing dramatic work versus Na'Vi 16-6. Need I say it again? And as Tommy's already highlighted, Mouse Sports Liquid to end the day. Well, that's going to be a nice crescendo, wouldn't you say, Tommy?
That's going to be a great game. I mean, both those. I mean, obviously we haven't seen Mouse Sports yet that much with Tico, but they look great in their first game. And Liquid, I think, are one of the top 3, top 4 teams easily in the world currently.
Yeah, I think we're going to see Mouse Sports returning to form in this event. So positive signs.
Positive signs across the board, and that is it from us for day 1 of IEM Chicago. A spectacular one with its ups and downs, especially the stars certainly being questioned. You really cannot doubt a single team here. That's why this is the 16 in attendance. We're going to take a long and extended break because we'll be back tomorrow as we kick off with day 2 of IEM Chicago.